Smith. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're doing good. If you don't mind, it looks like my video might be lagging a little bit. If you will, let me know if I got bad signal or things were lagging a little bit. Let me try something here, guys. I'll switch over. Is that better? Seems like there's a delay on my video side here. Tyler Axon, what's going on, man? Good to see you guys. But on my end, looks like there's a lag in video. If somebody could comment if everything's looking good or if there's a lag or something going on, let me know. Jacob West, Orion, Isaac Smith. Hope everybody's doing well. Woodrow says it's lagging. Hat Maker says, sorry man, can't watch tonight, but my brother in Alabama doesn't like it and watch it when I get home. Thanks, buddy. Lag ain't really that bad to me, Tyler says. HJ, is it any better? It looks really laggy on my end, that's for sure. Justin Byram, what's going on? David says better. Billy Smith, is laser torch light good? Yes, they're pretty good lights. I know the guy that owns the company, and they're pretty good lights. I like them pretty good. I've hunted in the woods with them a few times. I never actually owned one, but my buddy Kim had one and hunted with it for a long time, and he still got it as a backup light. Yeah, he still uses it, still likes it. So they're pretty good lights from what I'm seeing. I know the guy that owns the company is a really good guy, stands behind his product. So Hilltop Performance Hounds, what's going on, man? Mitch Walter from Southern California. Good to see everybody on here. Oh, so how's my video looking right now? It just seems really laggy to me. Hope it's not messing you guys up. Ronnie says, you ever thought about carrying dog food on the website? Yeah, I would, but be honest with you, shipping dog food, I looked into dog food, honestly, and you make about $2 to $3 a bag is your profit. So if you sell a bag for $25, it costs me $23. And then time you pay to ship 50 pounds of dog food, you're really not going to make any money. Nobody's going to pay that. Rodney Plummer, have you ever seen the Gold Fever? Yeah, we actually sell them, and this is a used one I got in on trade the other day. Pretty good lights. I don't know. They're pretty good lights. One thing I don't understand is it seems like that battery in this one is really loose. I don't know if that's common across all of them. I know the new ones that we have, we sell, they kind of had the same issue going on. I don't know if that's a common problem or not. Big Country looks better. Hilltop says still lagging. Mike Humphrey, what's going on, man? Chad R says you got 11-month-old Walker, doesn't want to leave my feet. Best thing you do, man, is grab that dog by the collar, walk it down in the woods, and shuck it in the woods, and it will go on. Sometimes you have to repeat that time and time and over again. Maybe kick some leaves at it, tell it to go on, tell them you don't want your feet, get real stern about it, and generally they get to the point and start going. Cody Bowman says, what's up? What's going on, man? Tyler Axon, yeah, I did get an update on the snakebite dog. The dog is doing fine. Everything has returned back to normal. We assume it had something to do with swelling on the brain. Chris Harness, what's going on, man? Good to see you on here. Timber Hill. Rodney Plummer. Those Gold Fever lights are simply as pie to make. Simply as pie to make. They're pretty decent lights. I mean, I'm not gonna dog on them. A little heavier than I like, but you know, I don't know. They're pretty decent. That seems to have a pretty wide gap. I don't know if you could bend that down or whatever. We sell a pile of them. I know that. Guys, you know, it's kind of like Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. Just people are loyal to what they're loyal to, regardless. And so we sell many of those. Hitting the Woods tonight going to be a cool 56. I know tomorrow night is supposed to be really cool here in West North Carolina. Buddy Pack, what's going on, man? Backwoods Man says, finally a Monday, home to watch you. Appreciate it, man. Anything you guys want to talk about tonight? Cody says, would you rather have a gold fever or a Hellcat? It's about the same to me. I've got more experience with the gold fever than I do the Hellcat. I have been. It was within my time or two. Um, Prices, to be honest with you, all these lots are about the same. They really are. The big dog and the gold fever are exactly the same brightness. Um, they're all about just as bright. When you go looking at price and warranties, what you got to look at. So, Alan Bridges, you getting any flooding your way? No, I'm not getting any flooding. Our water got a little high. It's been raining pretty much off and on since like Friday. Today we had a lot of rain. Didn't even get any work done. But no, our waters got real high, but they never got out. Tyler says, so a man gave me permission to hunt a big farm, but there is a problem. There's a man that runs traps on it, so what do you think I should do? I'd stay off of it, man. I've run into that a time or two where a dog got real close to like a conibear trap. Depends on what kind of traps he's running. If he's running, like coon cuffs where the coon has to reach in and get it, those are really safe. Those are called dog proofs. Those are safe. But if he's running the conibear traps, or if he's running snares or footholds, even the footholds probably won't hurt your dog. It might break a toe or give your dog a sore foot. You still don't want your dog going through that. So I'd stay off of it, man. Or if you can talk to that landowner or talk to the guy that's trapping it, find out like exactly what he's trapping, where he's trapping, and if there's ever a point in time when he's pulling his traps, for him to give you a call so you can run in there and hunt it. And also, man, a lot of times if a guy's trapping a piece of property, he's going to trap the coons out of there before you get a chance to run them off. So coon's going to be kind of thin if he's a good trapper. So I would avoid it unless you can work out some kind of deal with him to where you and him could work hand in hand. So I'd say get in touch with him and talk to him. My Comfort says, hey there, my buddy bought a dog Saturday night, but when he got up on Sunday morning, she had died. She had died. Blood out of her back end. How would you handle the situation? Um, Sounds to me like she may have whipworms, or I don't know. It could be many different things that could be. I'd call the guy up. More than likely, some kind of issue like that. The dog probably had signs before. Not to say the guy purposely sold the dog knowing something was wrong with it, but I'd call the guy up and say, hey, dog's dead. We want our money back, or partial or something. I don't know. I know if it was me, if I sold you that dog and the dog died the next morning and you show me a picture of proof, I'd give you the money back. That's just me. Yeah, it's not fair. I would not be able to sleep myself knowing I sold you a dog unless 24 hours later, the dog was dead. You didn't even get the use out of it at all. That's why I try, but when it's all said and done, if he wants to be a certain way about it and not give you any money, there's probably nothing you can do. Mark McMaster, what's going on, man? Good to see you on here. Billy Smith says, how do you fix a 6-month walker to get it to like a chain? About the best thing you do, man, is tie it out on one and leave it for a while. They're just going to have to learn to get used to it and learn to like it. I mean, that's about the only thing you can do. Also, walking them on lead a lot. Taking them out, walking for on lead with a chain. They'll coincide the chain with the lead, and they'll know that it's not going to hurt them. It's okay. And they get used to it a little bit quicker if you take them on walks. Timber Hill, what's going on? Keontae Scott says, what are your thoughts on dogs having thyroids? I tell you, it seems to be more and more of an issue these days than it used to be. The thing is, and I was watching this on the Houndsman XP podcast, and this is where I'm drawing a lot of this information from. So if you guys want to hear more about it, the Houndsman XP podcast a few episodes back, they had a veterinarian on there that was talking about this issue. And he said the problem is a lot of times whenever a dog is having issues, they'll take it in to a vet, and the vet will do a run of blood work on it. And they'll just kind of assume there's a thyroid issue and start throwing thyroid medications at the dog. Well, when you do this, it can actually alter the thyroid operation in the dog and cause it to start having actual thyroid problems and symptoms. There's actually a whole different gambit of tests that you need to run to rule out the thyroid on the dog, and a lot of vets don't even do that because it can be kind of costly. So unless they actually do a real thyroid test for the dog and show you the actual results, if they just do a random blood test, that's not going to show the thyroid function. And then if they go give them something that for thyroid based off that, that can actually mess your dog up. So, I don't know. I know there's dogs out there with real thyroid issues. I don't feel like it's quite as common as it really people think it is, because it seems like there's been a major increase in it in like the last 10 years with thyroids. But, you know, I don't think it's a big issue as well. I would say look into food, look into Lyme disease, look into general nutrition. I mean, there could be 100 different things that could cause your dog to have issues before the thyroid. Thyroid is not as common as I think people assume that it is. Not saying it don't happen. So I just wouldn't look at a dog that's functioning not the way it's supposed to and just say, ah, thyroid, you know, and go from there. Bucky Pack says, I like my Boss hotspot with a laser on it. Yeah, I had one of them in here with somebody traded in, and it seemed like a pretty decent light. That's the only one I've ever had my hands on. If you guys don't know already, if you're looking to trade into a new or coon hunting light, or even if you want like a new tracking system, anything you guys have used for tracking systems or lights, if you will message me or email me at nightlifekennel@outlook.com, I can give you a price on what the trade-in is, and if you guys are interested, you can send your equipment in and some money and trade it to something newer and better. And say you want a new Garmin, but you want to trade a light towards it, that's fine too. Mitchell says, Big Dog battery's pretty small. How's the battery life compared to the Gold Fever? Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. Okay, here's the battery pack on the Gold Fever. There's a small battery in there because it's got room to wobble around. This right here is the actual battery pack on the Big Dog Genesis compared to the Gold Fever. There is no wobble in this right here. So honestly, the battery pack inside this is not much bigger than what is in here currently. I hunt with this 6-7 hours, and I don't run it on high all the time because I'm not scared of the dark and I don't need to. I just run on high when I get to the tree, or run on walking light to walk around, or run on red to walk around, and it lasts me all night long. But I charge it up before the next hunt. Gold Fever, if it's got a slightly bigger battery, maybe you can not go without charging it for the next time. I'm not sure. I always charge all my stuff up, even all my tracking systems and collars before each hunt, just because I like to know when I go in the woods I got full batteries on everything. So you know, I can't tell you exactly how many hours they're rated for. I don't remember. I just know my Big Dog, I haven't had any issues with it. And also, you know, I keep a charger in my truck. So I've got an inverter. Well, my Dodge comes with a 110 plug, but you can get an inverter and you can actually carry your charger with you in your truck. Keep it charged. Aaron Fields says, hey Nick, got a 2-year-old dog given to me that had never been in the woods. He was turning it on strong, but has started to backslide on me, not staying on tree and not wanting to leave my feet. I have to ask you, I don't think it says there what kind of dog it is. I will tell you one thing right now. I've experienced this with many dogs that I've had. It seems like when they get around that 2-year-old mark, they go through terrible twos. They get kind of stupid, and I don't know why. And a lot of times, if you'll just hang with them, you keep pushing them and work on whatever issues that arise, they'll come out after a few months. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I don't know what causes it. But I've seen dogs that look like they were going to be world champions right around 2 years old, and then all of a sudden you start hunting them for a month or so, and it looks like you wouldn't give $1 for them. But then they come out of it too. So, guys, if you don't mind, let me know how's my feed here looking. So Tyler says, I went to competition a couple of years back and a man went around poisoning dogs and killing them. Have any of y'all ever heard anything about something like that? I will tell you this past year at the Winter Classic in Batesville, Mississippi, I can confirm there were several dogs that were poisoned and killed. And it seems like down in Batesville, that seems to be a common thing. Rodney Plumber says, what's the rifle on the wall? That's actually a single shot 12 gauge. I can't remember what it is. Some people's on here. I've showed it several times before. Can't remember what it was. Was Grandpa's old gun though. Billy Smith says, I got a red bone out of Timber Hill. That's cool. How you liking that, dog? Tyler says you got any more good stories. Yeah, I got tons of stories, man. Maybe it slows down here a little bit. Maybe I'll tell a few. Mike says the dog that died, that the man that bought him said he's literally saying that she was fine when she left his hands. I find it hard to believe there wasn't some kind of sign unless he just, I don't know, maybe come on quick. I don't know. Was that dog given to you, or did you buy it? I can't remember. I would still, if there's money exchanged, I would ask him, if there's something he could do, half the money back at least or something. Mark McMaster says, how is it to train a hound if it's 2 years old? It's not too hard, man. You treat it as is any other age. Depends on a lot, whether how much experience the dog has, how much has been put in the woods. Best thing to do is take it out in the woods a few times by itself, catch it in there and see what its abilities are. If the dog hadn't been worked at all, then maybe put in there with another experienced hound a few times. Let that dog show it a thing or two. Maybe you start to see some progression out of it, then solo it out, and just go from there. Of course, it's easier to teach a dog something when they're 8, 10, 12 months old, 14 months old, whatever. But I've seen many a dog that actually didn't come on till they was about 2 years old. So I feel like the people who push and expect every single dog to turn on by 7, 8, 10 months old is, they're kind of unrealistic. Yes, dogs do that, but not every dog. Jamie Locker, what's going on? Curtis Ross, how you doing, buddy? Curtis Shelton says, sounds like you need to get some waders, Nick, with all that rain. Yeah, I tell you, we've had plenty of it. Orion says, I got a 5-month-old black and tan. She's a smart dog, but she don't know what no means. She is real aggressive with my house dog. What should I do about her? You need to get you a really good shocking system. If you're going to actually hunt with a shocking system, I recommend the Sport Dog 3225. Hang on. Sport Dog 3225. You can shock up to 6 dogs with this. It's got a 2-mile range, so you can use this around the yard, and you can use this out to hunt with. It's got 7 levels of stimulation, and it's got vibrating tone. So that's what we use. And when you see her acting up, doing something she don't need to be doing, reach up there and give her a good shot, make her tell her no. And a little bit of time, she should learn. These are $330 with one caller. If you're interested, text me 828-674-5310. I can get one of these shipped out to you. And we also, Sport Dog makes some smaller ones. If you're looking to just use it around the yard, you don't plan on actually hunting with it, you can get a, let's see, the Sport Dog 425 has a 500-yard range. It's really good for around the yard training. I think they retail for about $180 with one collar. Ryan Graham says the rain needs to go away. He's ready to drop a gate. Sandra Boardwine. I remember that somebody asked me about a red sticker. I couldn't remember who it was. And I couldn't remember what color sticker. So while I'm here right now, I will look. I'm glad you said something. No, I am currently out of red stickers. Let me show you the colors that I have. If you guys are interested in any nightlife decals, I have most of my colors available right now. And if you're interested in one of these, they're on our website, nightlifekennel.com. And every single one of these are $6. I have pink. These are 6 inches across. I have orange. And this light doesn't make these look right. I have blue. I have black. I have purple. Like I said, that don't make that look right. I have the Nightlife green color. And you can't really see that, but it is white. So, Sandra, no, I do not have the red one. But any other color, let me know. And if you guys want one, nightlifekennel.com, $6 a piece. course, as we've been doing ever since we opened business, any order out there that you get actually comes with a free sticker and our card too. So right now, currently, stickers we're giving away. You order anything from Nightlife, you get this sticker right here. It goes great on Yeti cups. Wesley Blevin says, in all the years you've been hunting, how many times have you had a dog get a broken leg? I have not had one actually get a broken leg. I've had them sprained legs, I've had them broke ribs, concussions, but luckily so far never a broken leg. Brandon Lowe, what's going on, man? Tyler Axon says, also got a real tough SOG from a bear hunter, son of a gun, okay, from a bear hunter that had its guts ripped out twice. He's been a good hound, but going back to that discussion on bear hunting, that's another downside to losing hounds. Yeah. I'll tell you, bear. If you're hunting hounds on bear, you just kind of be ready to lose your dog at any point in time. Wyatt Gilbert, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you on here. My cousin Wyatt on here. Wyatt the Plot Man Gilbert. If you guys have seen that video on my YouTube, my little cousin, he's on here. Kurt Ross says, hey, you want to talk a little bit about getting a started hound over the hump to a good finished hound? Yeah, I'll tell you what you got to do. A lot of people just, I guess they know this, but maybe they don't talk about it as much, is it takes a lot of shoe leather between a started hound and a finished hound. And the thing a lot of people don't realize, or I don't know if they realize it or not, but I see a lot of guys saying a 2-3-year-old dog is a finished hound, and in their opinion it may be. But what I see as a finished hound is a hound that has literally been hunted so much that pretty much any opportunity, obstacle, or trial that dog could see in the woods. I'm talking about coons crossing rivers, coons climbing up trees and moving, coons touching trees, hitting coyote scent, hitting deer scent, hitting pretty much anything that ever possibly happened to that hound while trailing a coon. He needs to have come across it and be able to work through it and figure out what to do. That's what I consider a finished hound. And a lot of times you're not going to find that till a dog is about 4 years old. I mean, that's just all there is to it. You can hunt all you want, but that don't mean, in an entire season of hunting, your dog's going to see a fox, or whatever. So until a dog's had an opportunity to get in the woods and have every situation possible come across his path and him have to deal with it and learn how to deal with it, I don't see that dog as a finished hound. And finished hounds are far and few between, but the main thing you got to do is get the dog in the woods, hunt them hard. There's a lot of shoe leather wore out between started hound and finished hound. Literally, I've got 4 pair of Danner boots up there right now. They're $189 boots a pair, and every single one of them sore slick to the bottom except for the last one, and every single one of them were merely hunting boots used training hide. So shows you how much time in the woods you got to put in to get a dog going and get him finished. David Nichols says, hey cuz, how's the weather over there? I keep getting phone calls. We're over there here in Southern California. We're in a heat wave. It was 100 degrees here today, around 70 degrees a night. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, we had hot weather. It's 2 weeks ago. We were a little over 90 degrees, which is hot for us this time of year. But right now it's sitting about normal. We're getting about 80 degrees during the day, and low 70s at night. And right now we got a lot of rain. Justin Byron, like good. Bama flashlight. Everybody's saying the feed is good now, but I hope it is. Keontae Scott says, I got a 3-year-old male that went from only showing me one slick within 2 years, but the past season he went to slit treeing every tree. Older guy said it may be thyroids. It could be, but I mean, it could be a pile of different stuff. Just take him in the vet and get a really good blood work done on him and tell him you want his thyroid checked as well, because there is a specific blood work test that needs to be done for that, and see where things hit, man. It could be Lyme disease. It could be a lot of stuff. Tyler actually said, red bones are weird to me. I've heard them being far and few between. I tell you one thing, I've only had a couple, and they didn't suit me too well. but there's not many of them here. I know, like you go up to Alden Oaks in Indiana, there's piles of red bones up there. I mean, that's real common, well to hunt dog up there. So it's just kind of has a lot to do with the region. Billy Smith, do you have to ship to trade? Yes, Billy. Generally, what we do is you pay the shipping to send in whatever used stuff we make a deal on, and then I'll pay the shipping to have your new stuff sent to you. So you're not paying shipping both ways. Or I'll reimburse you for your shipping. We work it out however you want to. Ryan Graham, no sir. I've got the order in for the shirts. I hadn't even heard when they're being printed up, man. Michael Murray, what up, Nile Nation? Alabama's on the board. Billy Smith says, I gave a crazy 9-year-old Walker for free because he would not come back. You gave him away or you got him for free? Timmy Todd, Tula, Kentucky. What's going on, man? Good to see you on here. Right now we got 41 people viewing this. If you will, reach up there and hit the thumbs up button. Like this video. I would appreciate it. What that does when you guys take the time to like our videos and or comment our videos, helps us rank better with YouTube. And so that way, whenever somebody who logs on their YouTube, say they search coon hunting, the channels that have more likes and more comments than the average channel, they will get discovered or put in front of the new viewers before others will. So anything you guys can do to run them thumbs up or them comments up for me, I greatly appreciate it. It'll help new people find us. Michael says, when you're working your pups, how much time do you spend summertime hunting? I used to spend 5, 6, 7 nights a week back when I had plenty of land. Currently, most of my land, 90% of my land, is an hour and a half away from me. So to go down there during the week is really hard, especially with it getting dark at 9 o'clock. Because you get down there at 9 o'clock, you drove an hour and a half to get there, you make 1 or 2 drops, and then you got an hour and a half to drive home. When if you could be turned loose at 6 or 7 o'clock at night, you could hunt more and get more time in. I've got a lead on a couple pieces of land locally that I think I can get permission to hunt on. Problem is, they're like 60 and 80 acres, and I like to have a few hundred acres to hunt just because my dogs hunt deeper than most, and that's just the way I prefer it. But you got to deal with what you got to deal with. But if you got the land, man, hunt them as much as you possibly can. The main thing you got to be concerned about with your dog's health, besides snakes, is overheating. I know the other night we went down there and hunted South Carolina. It was 10 degrees hotter there than here. Me and Sean did on that Sound of the Hounds video we put up, and it was so hot we got feeling sick, and the dogs was really exhausted too. We cut in the woods. We actually made 3 casts. We only cut from the truck once, but we hunted deep in the country, made 3 casts, and dogs were about to give out. So you gotta keep them cool, keep some water at the truck. Billy Smith said he gave him away, then got a free Walker pup registered. That's cool, man. Hank's hollering outdoors. Cage. What's that mean? Cage. Cage what? Charles Cooper. Hello from Adams County, Ohio. What's going on, man? Good to see you on here. What is your steps to train a pup if you don't have a broke dog to run it with? Keontae, we actually did a whole video on this. I'll touch on it a little bit, but if you're wanting something a little more in depth, we did a video on here. One of our quick tips is talking about how to train a pup solo. Main thing you got to do is you got to make sure you got plenty of land and you got land with plenty of coons on it. Because if a dog has the genetic ability to run a coon, it's going to run it if given the opportunity. And part of that opportunity is making sure you got land with coons on it. If you got a small piece of land or a big piece of land, what we recommend is put a feeder in the middle of the property. And that's just going to draw the coons onto your property and keep them on there. And then cut your dog in, not towards that feeder or on that feeder, but several hundred yards away from that feeder. And let that dog hunt the country and hunt the land that you got. And in time, it's got its own natural ability in it. It will start developing and start running coons on its own. But it can take a little bit more time. But it's totally doable. People have been doing it forever. I've done it a few times myself. It just takes a lot of work, a lot of commitment on your end, a lot of patience, and putting that dog in a situation where it can get on good coon track. But also, with that being said, don't hunt the feeder directly. We don't encourage anybody to hunt a feeder. Ryan Graham says, what's the update on Skit's dog is bit by a snake? The dog went back to totally normal. We think that it was swelling on the brain because all the bites were right there on the face and weren't even on the neck. They were on the face. And we think swelling on the brain caused the dog to be like that. And dog, everything's back to health now, and the dog is doing normal. So John says, yeah, that was the first time in a long time I've been sick from being hot. Yeah, it got really warm. Really warm. Cody Bowman says, do you have Dan's snake chaps? I bought some from Bass Pro and they are very stiff. I don't have any currently, but yes, I do sell them and I can have them shipped out to you if you want to hit me up, nightlifecountoutlook.com, or call me or text me, 828-674-5310. We can hook you up, make you a deal on a pair. What's going on, Will Green? Will Green's in the house. You guys, I'm sure, have seen him. One of my most famous videos, Will busts his butt falling off a set of steps in the woods. What's going on, Will? Big Country says, what's up, Will? Keontae Scott says, hope I'm saying your name right, buddy. It's hard training a pup where I'm at in North Carolina. Deer hunters have almost everything posted or purple paint. Yes, I agree, man. I live in North Carolina too. I live in Western. I don't know where you live, but my problem is the county I live in, it's getting highly developed. We have a gated community with, I'm talking like multi-million-dollar homes on every hill and every mountain in this county. So trying to find anything over about 10 or 20 acres that don't have a gated community on it, and I'm talking about, you know, some Richies from Florida, New York State, and all that stuff. They're the ones moving down here doing all this. They're going to call the law. They got guard security that's patrolling stuff. It's just a big mess. It's not even worth trying to get, you know, anywhere near it. But yeah, so that's the reason why we have issues. Billy Smith says, where's Kate? Kate is actually working tonight. Kate's work schedule has swapped around, changed quite a bit. So that's the reason why I do it on Monday nights, is me and her don't get to see each other much anymore. We get to see each other on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I spend time with her and do these on Monday nights. And then Thursday and Friday, I try to get out and do some hunting or whatever I need to get done. Ashley Cook says, do you feed the same dog food year-round or change it during the summer? Our dogs keep having food left in their bowls. I feed pretty much the same thing. I will slap back on it a little bit in the summertime. Like I noticed Nix is leaving food in the bowl now, so I slapped back on her quite a bit. Hyde was getting fat, so I've slapped back on him too, but I pretty much feed the same thing. And we feed the Tops High Performance Red Bag. Tops and Value Pack are the exact same feed in different bags. So if you want to get Value Pack, same thing too. Use a black bag in that. That's what I feed. Michael Chase, what's going on, man? Will, we're doing good. Hope you are too, buddy. Will says anyone need any minnows 8 or stage just fell off. He's the man to hit up. Keontae says, I'm up by Kerr Lake. If you know where that's at, I don't, man. Is that eastern, western, central, Piedmont, whereabouts? I've heard that name, but I don't know where that's at. Hope I didn't miss anybody's comments here. Let's see here. Haven't missed any comments, have I? Cody says, have you ever hunted in or near Tazewell, Virginia? No, I have not. I've actually never hunted the state of Virginia. I was hoping to get up there and hunt with Brian Hall here about a month ago. I couldn't get the time off work to go. Even owning my own business, I still can't get the time off to do stuff sometimes. Alan says, anybody in here from close to Morgan, North Carolina? I've got a 6-month-old pup. I need to get in the woods with an experienced dog. Alan, if I was a little bit closer to you, man, I'd bring Hyde up there. Cam Curtis says, where do you buy Value Pack at? I'm from East Texas and don't know where to go. I don't know where you get from East Texas, but I tell you what, Cam, if you have Facebook, look up Ronnie Mace, Ronnie, last name Mace, Mace. He lives in Forest City, North Carolina, I believe it is. He's a sales rep locally for me, and he would know who sells it down there and who to get in touch with. So hit him up on Facebook and message him. Michael Chase, no, I've never hunted West Virginia either. I'd like to. Ryan Grams, is there any difference between the top prime red bag and the value pack black? No, there is not. Exact same feed from what I understand. What it was is the company named Specialty Feeds. They're the one who owns Value Pack, and they bought out the Tops brand company as well. And instead of going with the Tops recipe for their food, they decided that they would just go ahead and put their same food they were putting in Value Pack in the Tops bag. And the reason why they do that is because they would have, say, it's supposed to protect the region in which dealers are selling food. Say you had one dog food guy that sold dog food in this town, and over here 10, 15 miles away you had another guy selling dog food as well. Well, this guy over here has already got Value Pack. This guy wants it but can't get it because you say you have a 40-mile radius. This guy, as a company, you will not let anybody inside 40 miles sell his brands that he's buying from you as a distributor. So to protect his region, instead of trying to give this guy over here Value Pack, you give him Tops, which is the exact same food. So you're actually covering the entire area, but you're protecting the guys who are trying to sell a certain brand in their region. Big Country says he hunted against Ronnie a few weeks ago. How'd you fare on that one? Ronnie keeps pretty good dogs around. Woodrow Smith says hello, Cody Bowman. Y'all must know each other. They have a find retailer on their website. I checked out of curiosity for Value Pack. So there you go. Go to Value Pack's website and you find the retailers. Woodrow says he's wishing August would hurry up and get here. What's going on in August, man? I will tell you this, I went ahead and booked my hotel for Autumn Oaks here the other night. So I will be up there with the Sport Dog brand at their booth. Not sure if we're going to do a nightlife booth or not for the Autumn Oaks, but I'll definitely be up there. Me and Kate will be up there, and I think our pro staff member, Curtis Shelton, he's going to be up there hanging out a little bit. Man, my flashlight says, what's the best thing to keep flies away from the dog pen? I went to Tractor Supply, and I've used two different things. One is the bag that it's got some kind of liquid in it. You squirt in it and fill up to a certain line of water. Stinks really bad. It attracts thousands of flies. It works really, really well. And the other one is like a big expandable sticky trap, but instead of like one little thin strip, this thing is about yay big around. It's got a bunch of strips to it. And I got one of them hanging up there right now, and it seemed to really work really good. It's got a lot of flies on it. Chase season on National Forest. Yeah, I hear that, Woodrow. I forgot the same way here. Michael Chase says, what do you do to get rid of fleas on dogs? Hyde had that issue recently. Give him a kennel dip, and also got them Seresto collars. That's what we got on. But I'm actually thinking about going to the monthly peel. That's supposed to work really good for those. Once that Seresto collar, once I figure out whether I really like it or not, if I don't like it, I'll pull it off, and we're going to go to the peel, monthly peel. So I'm hearing a lot of great success with that. I can't remember what it's called, but Big Country said Ronnie, he hunted a nice little Walker female. I got lucky, my dog split head coon. Ronnie's a good dude. He's some crazy stories. Yeah, I've talked to Ronnie a few times. I told him, I said, I need to get you in front of camera and just do a sit down and let him tell some stories. It'd be funny. Billy Smith, Autumn Oaks, Autumn. Autumn Oaks is in Richmond, Virginia, and it's the last weekend, first day in September. Last weekend, August, first day in September this year. It's always around Labor Day. Conte says, yes, sir. Autumn Oaks 2019, looking up hotels as you speak. I tell you, man, better get on quick. If you guys are looking to rent a hotel for Autumn Oaks, you better get on it fast, because that was a couple weeks ago when I did it, and they were winding down and filling up. Brian Hall, what's going on, man? Will Green, you want to write your paper? What are you writing it on? You need to write on the Adventures of Nightlife Kennel and Will Green. Ashley Cook says that she's been feeding Value Pack 2420, just haven't been able to get them out and hunt the past month or so. Yeah, I think you'll be all right. I wouldn't worry about switching. Just maybe cutting back on quantity of feed. Like I said, up until the night when I hunted Hyde, he hadn't been in the woods in over a month. So, Milk Can Shine says next guard works great for me so far. Find fleas everywhere, but on the dog. That's the pill I'm talking about. We got 49 watching, 32 likes. If you will, reach up there and hit that thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. Like this video. Helps us rank better with YouTube. What did you guys think about the video we put up the other day with the 4 stages of becoming a houndsman? I've had that idea on my mind for quite a while now, and really want to make a video about that. Brian Hall, wish I could find Value Pack near me. I don't know if you will be able to get it, Brian, but they Value Pack's website has a retail finder. You can go in there and see. No. Tell you what, guys, I hurt my back yesterday and not feeling good. Kurt Ross says good videos, just like always. Thank you, man. Woodrow's like the video. Cody Mathis says, I feed a red bag Value Pack and I'm in East Texas. It's hard to come by. Everyone feeds Sport Mix around here. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of times, you know, you just kind of feed what you can get. You know, I'm lucky and fortunate enough that our local feed guy, he got everything. And if he don't have it, he literally can get it. And if you need to, he'll just get you a couple bags, you know, whatever. So we got a really good feed and seed place here in town. But, you know, we're actually sponsored by Value Pack. So Value Pack treats us real good. But to be honest with you, like I told him when I first took it on, and I first made the video, I said I'm going to feed it for a few months, see how it does. If it's not good food, I'm not going to take the sponsorship, and I'm not going to make a video about it. But we've been on ever since. A few months there went by, the dogs looked good, they were healthy, and I really liked the food, so we took the sponsorship, and I made the video about it. Brett Frazier, no help for Will writing this paper. What's going on, Brett? Good to see you, buddy. Been a long time. BHS Guy 2012. My English Red is 7 and always does great running track. Does great treeing. Loves to do it. But this past weekend it rained for 3 days and he wouldn't go farther than 190 feet from us. Any suggestions? No. Sounds like he's scared of water. I don't know, man. That's a little odd. But one thing you got to think about too, I mean, keep hunting him and see if that becomes a trait. You know, if he's continually not pushing off like he's supposed to, then it becomes a habit instead of a one-time thing. You got to look at dogs the same way as we are. I mean, we all have days where we go to work and we just don't perform like we do other days. And that's just par for the course. So, could just been a one-time thing. Maybe he just didn't feel good. Me and Will took Hyde out there probably end of March. And he never got about no farther than that from me either. He kept eating grass and throwing up. His stomach didn't feel good. So, that's just the way it goes. Brian Hall says closest he can find was 2 hours away. Ryan Graham, yes. Heather Tucker, I've actually got her in contact with Ronnie. So, I'm working on a dog food sponsor for her. Jenna Green says, need help with a dog that was handled too hard before I got him. Thinks I'm going to beat him for anything he does. He leaves the tree as soon as he sees me. Yeah, that, what you need to do, and sometimes that's not fixable. This is 50-50. You can toss a coin up, and see, you're going to be able to work on and fix him, or you're not. So I don't want to give you no major big hope thinking it's foolproof you can fix this. But a lot of times with a dog that's skittish, what you need to do is bond with that dog, spend a lot of personal time with that dog. If you can, ride in the front seat and take it to town, take it for a walk in the woods, take it down the street, your neighborhood, wherever you live. Spend a lot of time bonding with that dog on a one-on-one basis, not necessarily hunting related. Make that dog, you and him, your best friend. Make him realize that you're not that person. You don't have them habits, and you're not going to mistreat him like that. And sometimes they are so grateful to have somebody not mistreat them that they would go to the end of the world to do right and treat you coon. Sometimes they never get out of it. I mean, it's like people that's been abused. You get that PTSD type thing going on, and no matter what happens, you're always going to have it. So that's the only thing I can tell you is focus a lot of personal time with that dog. And anything they do wrong, be very hesitant and careful on how you correct them. because one little scolding from them, if they feel like everybody's out to beat them, can really put that dog going in backwards. William Grisby says, "What's the best feed to feed your hounds?" I highly recommend Value Pack and Tops. They're both the same feed, different bags. Hank's Hollering Outdoors says he has an 11-month-old red bone, will run a hot track or cage coon, but has a problem with cold track and won't strike on cold track. Best thing you do, man, is put them cage coons up and start hunting that dog solely on his scent. Make him go out there and push and work on cold tracks. If you know anybody's got an experienced dog that's good with cold tracks, put him in the woods with it. You're not really doing your dog any favors by doing cage coons, because he's not having to work so hard for him. You need to challenge his ability and make him get out there and work harder for tracks, and he'll develop and be able to be a better dog for it. Yeah, Brett, just holler at me anytime, buddy. Dave Nichols says, "Hey Nick, so you listen to that Houndsman XP with a vet. Did you hear what he said about the dog food? Even though I feed Purina, I was surprised to hear him say it was one of the best." Yes, I heard that. And see, that's the thing. We could talk for hours on this. I don't know what all you guys know about this stuff, and I'm not no expert or anything like that. But okay, you've got all these grains out here being planted across the country that are GMOs, genetically modified something, okay? Like Roundup Ready. There's literally corn out there you can spray Roundup on, not 2,4-D, but actual Roundup on that will not kill the corn. Okay, and all these other grains out there that's doing the same thing, then they take those grains and they mix them in our food. Well, that's the reason why cancer is going through the roof. That's the reason why a lot of health issues with people going through the roof. Well, that same grain is also being used, put in dog food. If you use a solely meat base with hardly any grain in it dog food, you help yourself out quite a bit with that. But if your dog food has any kind of grain in it, you're taking that genetically modified grain that's in that dog food that's causing issues with us and putting it in your dog as well. Cause a ton of different issues with your dog. Another thing too, for you guys that's hunting up in Illinois and Indiana, I'm hearing a lot of guys talking about that their dogs are developing sinus cancer because they're hunting these cornfields and these soybean patches that have been sprayed with all these chemicals. And sometimes you're hunting the evening of, the night of it's being sprayed, and this is getting into dog sinuses over and over. And I'm seeing 3 and 4 year old dogs getting sinus cancer and dropping dead within a month. So a lot of your dog's health has to do with your dog food, and it has to do with what's in it. It really does. Timmy Todd says, "Feeding Tops purple bag 2420, and the hounds look good." Kentucky Hunter, what's going on, man? Brian Hoss has finally got him a good walker dog. Where'd you get it, buddy? Gina Green, you are very welcome. You guys got anything else you want to talk about? Well, we're clicking on here about 50 minutes. I normally keep these about an hour long unless you guys have a lot of stuff you want to talk about. I'll leave that up to you. Keontae says, "What part of North Carolina I am in Piedmont and Vance County?" I'm in western North Carolina in Henderson County, excuse me. Jenna Green says, "Be careful with grain free. It has been linked to DCM. Feed the dog in front of you. Not every dog will do well on the same food." That's right. Southern Land, what's going on, man? How you been? Been in the woods lately? Like to see some more videos from you. I always like your videos. They're really good. Gina Green says, "When will you be hunting LBL again?" We normally go in the month of December to LBL. We haven't actually talked about it this year, exactly when we'll go, but I know last year we got it postponed because the weather was just horrible when we were supposed to go. It's going to be snowing and freezing rain the whole time, so we canceled our trip. But we normally go sometime around between the 1st and the 15th of December to go hunting LBL. So hopefully we'll get to go again this year. I always love that trip. Got good camaraderie. Have fun with a lot of friends, and there's good coon to tree. Southern Land says he should be going out tonight and filming. That'd be cool, man. Look forward to seeing your video. Dreadhead says, I feed my red bone raw, but only have one hound at the moment. Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, if we could all feed our dogs some cooked food or something, but the way it gets with having multiple hounds, that gets very expensive. Bucky Pack says, when are you going to get out and travel and make some new hunting videos? I got plans to hunt this Friday and this Thursday night. So, should hopefully have 2 new videos coming up this week. Hopefully they're going to be good ones. You never know till you get out there and give it a try, though. Backwoodsman, first aid, or did I miss that Q&A? We did one talking about, actually, snake bite. What to do if your dog is snake bit. But I'll go ahead and tell you this right now, guys. This is a video. It's already uploaded. It's just yet to come out. I've got a new video coming out. I want to say like a week, maybe it's weekend, talking about first aid kit for your hounds. And inside this right here is a toiletry bag that you can buy from Walmart or whatever. And inside here is what I find to be the essentials to keep in your dog box, just for basic first aid to get your dog out of the woods if something bad happens and get you to a vet. So, got a brand new video. I think it is coming out this weekend, guys. So be looking forward to that. Talking about coonhound first aid. Kentucky Hunter, excuse me. Going to take my middle girl out in the morning to try to get her a first squirrel. That's cool, man. Oh yeah, I guess Kentucky does have like a little squirrel season in the summer, don't they? I've heard about that. Ryan Graham, has anyone ever heard of Rat Attack Bloodline? Yes, sir. I had a female that her granddaddy was Rat Attack. That was one of the biggest Walker sires that there ever was back in the day. You're welcome, Backwoods and Timber Hill. We'll, I think it's a pretty good video. It's just some of the basic things. I'd show you now, but I'll wait. Just some of the basic things that we like to tote to get our dogs in and out of the woods. And mainly, it's not to fix everything. It's to fix the most traumatic things that you got to fix to get your dog out of the woods so you can get to the vet. And that's the key thing, is stabilizing your dog and getting them to where you can get to the truck and get to a vet. I highly believe in actually, you know, having enough money, keeping some set aside to where you can go to the vet when you need to. I know a lot of people, you know, sometimes can't afford to go to the vet, and it is what it is. But, you know, a lot of times there's things, if we could just spend a little bit of money at the vet, they take care of, and our dogs will be able to move on down the line. So that's what that video is about. Stabilizing the trauma on your dog to get you out of the woods and get them to the vet and let the professionals take it from there. Brian Hall, man, I don't know. I'd like to get there. Gets cooler for sure, though. Dave Nichols says, yeah, Ryan, that Rat Attack Bloodline is really good if you can get your hands on it. Rat Attack was a big name stud dog in the early 2000s, maybe late 90s. Yep, I tell you though, I don't know. I wasn't that impressed. But, I don't know. That's the only dog I ever had off of it, too. A lot of people had dogs off of Rat Attack. He was kind of like the mojo of his day. Everybody had some with him in it. So, Batman flashlight for anybody that has trouble with fleas and dog pens. You can go buy 3 or 4 boxes of ice cream rock salt scattered outside of pens, and it will kill fleas. A couple handfuls of pens too. Yeah, and what is that stuff called? There's another thing you put out called dolomitic lime. Something like that. It's a dust, and you put it out, and the fleas crawl across it, and it's microscopic, and it actually cuts the fleas and kills them. Bucky Pack says there's going to be a youth hunt in North Wilkes, North Carolina, if anyone wants to bring their kids. Big Country says too much tree and rat. If you're talking about slick treeing, I would agree with that. That's the issue I had with my dog that went back to Rat Attack. Ryan Graham says, we have a 2-year-old female off Rat Attack. She had pups back in September. There's no such thing as a September. She had pups back in February. I'll tell you guys, it's been a long day for me, evidently. Really ain't. I ain't done much of nothing. Backwoods Man says, coyotes are getting bad up in this way, trying to kill and trap as many as I can. Yes, I'll tell you, get rid of as many as you possibly can. And I'll give you guys a little bit of a tip. If you want something to help you out, keep the dogs or the coyotes off your dogs. Pick up one of these Sport Dog beacon lights. This is the red. Get the white because it blinks white on the collars and it makes the coyotes think that your dog's actually a flashlight, hence somebody coming through the woods. And it helps keep coyotes off your dogs. We sell them on our website. I think they're $18. NightLifeKilling.com if you're interested. We've sold hundreds of those since starting business. Oh, and while we're talking on the subject too, I want to talk about thank you to everyone. I don't know what it is. I don't know why everybody seemed to be buying new lights recently. But we have sold a pile of brand new lights from the big dogs, the gold fevers. We've sold a lot of AMK lights too. We've sold a lot of new lights in the past few days. And so I want to really appreciate everybody who buys from us. I know there's many different places you guys can go out there and get lights, and some places even got cooler deals going on. We do at certain times, but you guys are loyal to us and buy from us, and we greatly appreciate it. Yes, Jenna Green's got it. Diatomaceous earth. That is exactly what it is. Thank you very much for putting that on there. I know what it is. I couldn't think of how to say it. Keontae says, have you ever heard of Roanoke River Stylus Tack? No, bud, I have not, honestly. Duramax says, I haven't been out much at all. Been too hot with everything leafed up. I just don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth it. I just ain't had the time and not having the land. But we try to get out there as much as we can. Definitely getting in the woods more now than what we were last month and a half. Chris Sanders, what's going on, man? Backwards Man said, yeah, you got two off of it. How you like them? Caleb Wilson, what kind of map card do you have? We can get you any state, man. Just let me know what state you need and we can get it for you. Brian Hall, and we can do bird's eye too. Brian Hall says, I'd like to get one of the new stickers that you have. I'll tell you what, Brian, message me. I'll tell you what, I'll get up with you. I know what your address is. Timber Hill says, LOL, I need new boots this year. Are you talking about like mucks or something, Timber Hill? If you'll message me or call me, 828-674-5310, or email me at nightlifekilling@outlook.com, Timber Hill, I will make you a good deal on a pair of boots. Michael says there's supposed to be two different bump caps for the big dog lights. Do you carry both? Yes, it's actually not two different bump caps. There is a bump cap, which is the hard helmet, and then there is the soft cap, which has a hard liner inside that you can remove. I can get you either one. We carry both. We sell both. Personally, I like the soft cap. This is my personal hat right here. And the soft cap comes with a hard liner inside, so this would be really stiff. I take it out because I like it. I can fold this thing up literally to nothing and shove it down in my pack and don't take up any room in the truck. So I like that best. And if you're like me, I've got a big head. The soft cap tends to fit better people with bigger heads than the bump cap does. Brian Hall says he couldn't get on the website for some reason. I don't know what's going on, man. My website was working good a little while ago. We actually got a few orders in about an hour ago, man. Big Country says, appreciate it, Nick. Have a good night. You too, buddy. Let me see here. Go to the website, see what I can do about it. Website's working, Brian. I just went on there, man. Don't know why yours couldn't go on there. But website is up and running. Billy Joe, what's going on? Caleb Wilson, North Carolina, LL. Good to see you. Chris Sanders, what's up? Let's get in the woods together. I'm all down for it. You're in South Carolina, correct? Anderson, I want to think. I'm down to go. Keep this old mountain man out of the water. Can you do that? Caleb says he hunted the Big Oak Youth Hunt and won, and so now I have to get me my own dog. Well, congratulations, man. Wonder if you got the competition bug. Kentucky Hunter says, you got any out-of-state hunts coming up that you're going to do besides South Carolina? I will be at the Autumn Oaks. That's around Labor Day. That's in Richmond, Indiana. I'll be at that one. Other than that, I don't really have anything planned. If something local pops up, I might go to it. But I don't do any competition hunts. I just go with Sport Dog. So where Sport Dog goes and where they pay me to go, that's where I go. Brian Hall, good night, buddy. Talk to you later. No. Oh, Chris Anderson says no. Fairview, River Mountain. That's right. I forget, man. I tell you, I talk to so many people, it's hard for me to keep things straight. You got plenty of land, don't you? 3,000 acres in 3 places. Can't beat that. It's amazing what a couple counties over will do for you as far as having hunting land, ain't it? Alright, guys, we've been on here for about an hour. You guys got anything else you want to talk about? We'll take the last couple of questions before we get off here. Don't want to waste you guys' time. If you guys will, if you're watching this and you have not already, hit that thumbs up button for me. Like this video, and of course, share these things with people. We'd appreciate it. We're always looking for new subscribers too, so if you know anybody that watches this and are not already subscribe, or tell some friends about it and have them come subscribe to us, I would appreciate it. Victor Johnson says he's getting ready to hit the woods with my one. Good luck, buddy. Tree pile of them, man. I think it's still raining out there right now. With my pup, he says. I will tell you one thing, guys. I recently finished a project. I have a video. I'll go ahead and talk about this right now before we get off here. I have a video that we're going to try to do for you guys this fall when hunting season comes in. And I'm not going to give too much away, but it's actually to go on this coon hunt. I'm having to train all summer long for this. It takes some special equipment and it takes special training, and it's taking a little bit of discipline on my part to get this accomplished and do it in a safe, humane manner for the coons. So I'm not going to talk about where I'm going, I'm not talking about what we're going to do, but I want to let you guys know I just got all my equipment together. Got a few $100s worth of equipment that I had to buy for this particular hunt, and I've set up my training course I'm going to be working with, training how to do this hunt. Alright, we're back. So anyway, as I was saying, for the people we didn't lose, training course set up. I've got the gear bought, and I've got it all ready for me. And through this entire summer, I'm going to be training vigorously for this hunt and this particular thing that I'm wanting to do and film for you guys. So through the entire summer, as I train, I'm going to be putting together training videos and clips. And hopefully what I'm going to do here in the fall, if it all works out, is I'll be posting once I actually go on this hunt and we're hopefully successful with hunting this way. I'm going to post up a video showing you the training and stuff we had to go through in the summertime to make it happen 1 week, and then the following week I'll actually post the video up of the actual hunt. So it is a coon hunt. It's just going to be done with some special equipment and special methods. So I hope it's something you guys are going to enjoy. I'm looking forward into putting a lot of time into it. I know that video that we posted the other day talking about the 4 phases of coon hunting, me being in the content phase, I have certain goals I'm wanting to get accomplished, and this is one of them. So it's going to be really hard to pull off, but it's going to be worth it, and hopefully the footage is going to be really cool too. So if you guys have any more questions or comments or anything you want to talk about while we're still on here? Thank you, David. I appreciate it, man. It's something I have not seen on YouTube. I've Googled it. I've looked all over. I have not seen anybody doing what I'm wanting to do. So I think it'd be a lot of fun. Alrighty, I'll let you guys know too, if you're interested in anything coon hunting related, you need any kind of supplies, whether it be lights or tracking system, you can look us up, nightlifekennel.com. We got it on there. If we don't have it on there, you can email us, nightlifekennel@outlook.com, or you can call or text me, 828-674-5310, and we can get it for you. Most things are shipping for free, especially when it comes to lights and tracking systems and things like that. So, oh, hang on one more second. Let me look here. I'll let you guys know I just found these. the other day. I have these do not remove felony dog tags. I have 5, 6, 7. I got 11 of these left. So if you guys are interested in these do not remove felony to remove dog tags, they're $5 each. They're on the website. I have 11 left, and it'll probably be another month or so before I get any in. So if you guys are interested in one, there's 11 of them. And if it shows you can order it, it means we still have them. So Dave Neal says, whatever happened to those guys that you had in your YouTube videos? Well, Will Green, I don't know if he's still watching. He's going to school almost full time. And he does works at night at places too. He just got him a new job at a plant. So between his school and his work, he stays wide open busy. Matt Johnson, he's doing the same thing. Matt at the time was actually working for me. Now he works for another tree service, and he's going to school to be a paramedic and stuff. So these boys are just growing up. They're getting on with their lives, and I'm proud of them. I'm glad to see them getting out there and chasing their dreams. So between school and stuff, it's just hard to get them in the woods. Jacob West says, no, this Tech 2.0 does not use a map card. There's no need. It's already pre-downloaded with all the maps North America. Alright guys, well, I'm going to call it a night. I hope you enjoyed this live video. And like I said, this weekend we have a brand new video coming up talking about my personal put together first aid kit for your hound, and just some ideas for you guys, kind of on a budget too, just the necessities that you're going to need. So be looking forward to that. That'll be up this weekend. Thursday night, I'm going hunting with Sean Middleton if the weather holds that, and Friday night I am taking my cousin White Plotman Gilbert out for a coon hunt too, and we'll be filming those and getting them up for you shortly after, hopefully. So we appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get off here. If you need anything, remember, nightlifekennel.com. We will try to hook you up. If you guys hit the woods, your next treat you make,